comparing both stories, Amy Tan's A Pair of Tickets and also Margaret Atwood's A Death of a Young Son by Drowning. So my thesis starts out with both stories share a common narrative perspective of the loss of the essential part of each character. With Jing Mei, Ling Mei, hers was with the loss of her culture, and the narrator of The Death of the Young Son by Drowning was the loss of her son. So with Jing Mei, with her forgetting her inherited culture, she had lived most of her life, 36 years, without ever wanting to get to know her inherited culture, her Chinese culture. She seemed to be okay with it at the time. She didn't seem to have it affect her. She always thought of herself as American, so she never, I guess her friends had always said that she never really looked Chinese either. She acted American, and she was used to that. So when the death of her mother happened, her and her father went to her country, her main country where her mother and father were both born. And she wanted to, I don't know if she necessarily wanted to get to know her culture at the time, but I know her father was interested in meeting family members and learning more about that. Oh, sorry, go back. It's okay. I know at one point her mother did say to her before her death, "Someday you will see it is in your blood waiting to be let go." So definitely meeting family members, and she was starting to embrace her Chinese culture by going to her country. And then for the narrator of The Death of a Young Son Drowning, that to me, I was interpreted by the mother losing her son. I know most mothers would agree with me by saying the love that you have for a child is almost overwhelming. There's just so much love that you can give to your child, and it's true love. So, of course, any tragic loss that you experience with losing a child is dramatic and life-changing. So in the last stanza of Margaret Atwood's poem, she had put, "After the long trip, I was tired of waves. My foot hit rock, the dream sails collapsed, ragged." And to me, that made me feel like the mother had no more ambition. She had no motive to continue living the way that she used to live. She seemed saddened, depressed, and lost in many ways. Will it get better for both characters? Will they have regrets? Jing Mei has denied that the one thing that has made her who she was her inherited Chinese culture. She may regret living 36 years without ever getting to know that side of her, and that may be something that she may never get back, but at least she has a future to look forward to. The narrator may think, what if? What if I could have stopped my son from drowning? She may have regrets, she may live with regrets, thinking that she could have done something to stop the death of her child. How will they heal? Jing Mei had found herself through her travels. She looked into her sister's eyes, whom she'd never met before, and she didn't necessarily see her mother, but she saw herself in her sisters, and she saw who she really was. And that's something that she has her whole life to look forward to. The void in the mother's life, in her heart, may never be filled because of the loss of her son, and that may be something that will never heal completely.